Good evening and welcome to Bahrain International's Daily Show, where we highlight the latest event and topics of the kingdom. We have a great episode for you that you won't want to miss. But before we get started, I would like to invite you all to tell us your suggestions and opinions of our show through contacting us via email or Instagram shown on the screen. Stay tuned. Nothing speaks to a woman more than diamonds and jewelry, and to identify your needs, you need to have the proper tips and guidance. Joining us here in the studio is jewelry consultant Stacey Jones to talk to us more about it. Hello and welcome to Bahrain Today.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
I'm great, thank you so much. So the first thing that came into my mind when I read jewelry consultant is, what do you do?
So I am an independent consultant for Paparazzi Jewelry. Paparazzi Jewelry is a company that's back in the States. They make the product and they send it out to me. I have a website that I can go on to and order a variety of different styles, colors. And it's for men and women, and we also have some for children.
Okay, and how does the process work with clients? How do they approach you? How do you, guide them through it?
So they'll see me wearing my jewelry most of the time. A lot of times it's by word of mouth, where people will tell everybody else that I have the Paparazzi Jewelry here. I order every month, and I also get an automatic delivery sent to me. And if they want the jewelry, they can go to my website and look at it, or they can see what I have, and I can come to their home. They can host a party, or I go live a lot via social media, and they can shop via my live shows.
Your accounts. Great.
Yes.
And you're specialized in this kind of jewelry, the one you're wearing.
Yes.
I assume. And have you ever thought about, doing it vice versa to showcase Bahraini jewelry, in the US or other parts of the world?
Yes, I have participated in several events here in Bahrain with the local vendors here, and I'll go out and get a booth and I'll sell at the different shops here.
Great. To me, this is a new concept, and if someone was interested, to follow your steps, what would be your tips to them?
I can send them to my website, which is www.staceyjewelry.com, and it will take them to my site. They can click on the link that says learn more. It will tell them all the requirements, and then they can, if they have more questions, they can send me an email, which is also on that site.
Great. So you communicate one-on-one with your, whoever has any inquiry or any question about what you do and how to learn the profession as well.
Absolutely.
And is there a certain educational background that you need for this, other than sales, of course?
It depends on how far they want to go in the business. Education is great to have as a backup. We have clients that started out just like myself, and they can go all the way up to fashionista or A-list. There's different levels in this business that they can go to, director, executive director. So it depends on how far they want to go into
So
the
it
business.
opens different doors to you, depends on what you want, basically.
Yes.
And how do you find the market here in Bahrain when it comes to jewelry and what you do?
So it's the same thing as any cosmetic jewelry store here. Our stuff is nickel and lead free, and we have a variety of colors. So if they go into the site, they can see the same products that they have in the mall. Back in the States, we have a place that's called Clear's Jewelry. So it's any cosmetic stores that's here.
Great. And what's next? What are your next steps?
Well, my goal is to reach executive producer, hopefully this year.
Hopefully.
If not, that will be my goal for next year, but I won't give up.
Great. Thank you so much for being here. And I would like to also, see if you have any last words or let's say tips for anyone who's interested to get into this field and this industry.
I just say for everyone to make a plan, write it down, make it clear, and perform.
Thank you so
Execute.
much. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for inviting
Thank you.
me.
Guys, stay tuned. We'll be right back for more. Bahrain School held a career day to expose students to an area of career options and inform them about professional options and the education and training they may one day pursue. Let's watch the following report for more.
Bahrain School held its second annual Career Day, which presented possibilities for students as they got exposed to a range of career options in order to learn about different jobs. The school hosted more than 20 professionals who shared information and experience about their current careers. They represented several fields that included law, education, business, fashion and jewelry design, personal finance, communication, engineering, 3D printing, journalism, future trends and social responsibility and more.
I'm really proud of Career Day. I think it was very successful and the students learned a lot. So I hope we'll have a repeat of this because this is our second edition. So we're hoping to host more Career Days.
And honestly, it broadened my idea and thought with the things I want to do in the future. Because right now I'm confused, and with the Career Day, I saw things that I would normally usually not look into, like the NCIS and the journalism. And it really gave me like it really opened my mind to like things I want to do in the future. So I thought it was very helpful.
Throughout the 5 sessions scheduled for the professionals' presentations and explanations, students showed keen interest and asked questions that could help them gain greater insights into these professions. Reporting for Bahrain International, this is Mariam Al-Bayati.
With us here in the studio are Miss Elizabeth Schmitz and the students Olivia Rivera and Najdi Anwar. Hello and welcome to Bahrain Today.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here. How are you guys feeling tonight?
Great.
Good.
All is good? Are you still nervous or you're cool now?
I think I'm good.
Great. So you guys had a career day, Miss Elizabeth. Can you tell us more about it? How did it go and the organization for this event?
Great. So this is our second annual career day at Bahrain School. Last year we had about 10 presenters, and students attended 4 sessions where they could choose what type of career path they wanted to hear about. And it's for grades 9 through 12. So everywhere from 14 to 15-year-olds to 18-year-olds. This year, our business law class, Olivia is a member of that class, went out and networked themselves. They found all of the speakers, they did the publicity, they arranged for the refreshments, they act professional the day of the event and showed speakers to their rooms and so forth. And we had over 20 speakers, so it was a great event.
Great. We're going to come back to the 20 speakers and the options you had for the students. But first, Najdi and Olivia, first of all, you guys did a great job. It's not easy to plan such an event and ensure that every step is, following the plan. So how was the experience for you guys?
Thank you. And the experience, I feel like, was very insightful because we got to learn how to network and how to contact different people. And it took us away from being teenagers and really let us understand how it was to be professional and speak to professionals and just
not be a student for a day, yeah? How about you, Najdi?
Well, I think the networking process was, at first it was kind of hard because you have to figure everything out on your own. But Ms. Schmitz was there to help us, and eventually we did contact all the people and ask each student's parents whether or not they could help out, and it worked out really good. So
it was a team effort at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Great. Miss Elizabeth, this just like you mentioned, it was the second edition for the event. How important is this event, to help students or guide them, let's say, for what they can choose as a career for the next step?
Right. Well, it's an incredibly important event just because, so much education happens in school. We learn facts, we learn knowledge, we learn how to adhere to deadlines, responsibility. But through this event, we can actually apply those skills to the real world. And I once heard a statistic that said most of the occupations that students are going to fulfill in the future are still evolving as well. So as much as they can find out right now what they're interested and what sort of career path might match their skills and their values, the better off they will be in the future.
Yes, absolutely. I wish I had that on my days. I went for banking and finance, and I've always knew that I wanted to be a TV presenter, but that happened 5 years later.
Right.
If I had this sort of an event, it could have, helped narrow the options. Do you guys feel that this event helped you to, decide or have less options to what you want to be when you finish school?
Well, I definitely believe that this was a very valuable opportunity for all of us, because there are students who might have an idea what they're going to become, or there are students who are undecided. Students like me who do have like an idea.
Okay.
I was able to choose not just one option, but many abundant options to kind of experience and talk to the people who are actually in that field, to gain an insight on what they actually do every single day and what kind of skills they need to succeed in that field. And it was very eye-opening for me, and I'm sure it is eye-opening for the students who didn't decide, because then they have this opportunity to go around and test out each career to see whether or not they would like it. It was great.
Great. What about you, Olivia?
I agree. I believe that with the event, it gave us a lot more options than what you traditionally see in school. Like usually they tell you, doctor, dentist, stuff like that. But with the event, we had like fashion designers, chefs, therapists. So it really helped open like a different lens that isn't always exposed to students.
So, Nijdi, tell me, which sessions did you go for?
So I went for 3D printing because personally I was really into technology, and that's also going to be my college major since I'm a senior. So I was able to go into the classroom and talk to the presenter, and he was very knowledgeable in his field, and he talked about what kind of skills will be needed, and not only hard skills but soft skills as well. And I gained more insight on that, and I realized that it's not only the knowledge that will lead you to succeed, but also some of the soft skills that you need to work on.
Of course.
So that was my favorite one.
It's a combination.
Yeah.
What about you, Olivia? Which sessions did you attend?
I attended the culinary arts session, the fashion designer session, and the jewelry designers. And personally, I enjoyed those sessions because I prefer to do things that can kind of give me a creative outlet, because with certain jobs, they're like, there's rules you have to follow straight to the point, but with those jobs it kind of gives you more freedom to do things your own way.
So maybe one day you'll be a great chef or a designer, but remember me then.
Okay.
Miss Elizabeth, you had 20 speakers. What changed? Why did you guys decide to go to more speakers? Are you planning to add even more in the coming editions?
We hope to. Eventually we might run out of rooms in the building, so we might have to put a cap on it. But yes, the students actually networked, and so we looked at how many presenters we had last year, and we looked at the attendance rate, and then we made a goal of having at least 20 speakers. And then that way too we had some padding in case we just had some sort of logistical mishap or whatnot. And we actually ended up having about 23 or 24 speakers. And so we were able to accommodate many more students' interests this time around. And we increased our number of sessions from 4 to 5. So students had more opportunities to see a variety of people.
To explore even more fields. Great. Do you guys want to, send any message for any teachers, parents who are watching? Yeah. Do you want to thank the teachers for the opportunity? Yes.
I first like to thank Ms. Schmitz for helping us put this entire event together. Ms. Seawright for supporting us through the event. All of the presenters that came, and especially the business class, that we all worked collaboratively to put this event together. So I really appreciate all of them.
Great. What about you?
I do think that was a great success, because I'm sure every single student enjoyed and they learned a lot from this career day. So I would like to thank all the teachers and all the presenters who came and gave students insights into their own field. And I think that's an important step, for also a very important thing for our generation as well, to realize what's ahead of us and to be fully prepared for them.
Absolutely. Ms. Elizabeth, this is a great event you're hosting, and you're helping with the students. Do you have a message you want to send to parents, to listen to their kids, give them more options when it comes to their careers, and instead of telling them where to go, what to do? As a professional, as a teacher, what message would you like to send?
just getting students into the real world as much as possible, I think, is helpful. Helping students take initiative and gain responsibility. All those things, letting students try to, as much as possible, work through the decision-making process. All of those types of experiences are really going to help the young adults in the future.
Absolutely. See, my only advice for you guys is explore, explore, explore. Don't settle. As long as you're exploring and you're experiencing different things, you'll end up knowing what you truly want to do. All the best. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Viewers, don't go away. We'll be right back for more. Today we introduce a Green Good Auckland composting machines from Korea. This machine converts food waste into highly nutritious compost within 24 hours, thereby reducing food waste volumes by 80 to 90%. Using composting machines to compost on site eliminates both pre-cooked and post-cooked food waste going into landfills. Let's watch this report for more. Welcome back. So this is a major topic of discussion around the world. Also, carbon footprint is reduced due to less number of trips to the landfill, and the compost generated can be used for landscaping, which reduces the need for chemical fertilizers. With us here in the studio is Parisa Nair, Director of New Jersey International Trading and Contracting, which brought this machine to the kingdom. Hello and welcome to Bahrain Today.
Hi.
How are you doing this evening?
Very good, thank you.
Thank you for being here with us. I mean, what you guys are doing is great. In the beginning, can you tell us more about the machine and how it works?
Yes, this here is a GG02. It's a perfect machine for small-scale food waste generators, like household kitchens, offices, schools, nurseries, places like that.
Okay, so how does it work?
I can't.
Yeah, you can tell me.
All we have to do is open this lid right here.
Okay.
Dump in food waste, pre-cooked, post-cooked, like you said, eggs, thin shells, anything really, bones, fish, whatever, anything organic, compostable bags, compostable cutlery, absolutely anything organic.
Okay.
Open this lid, put it in, close the lid,
Okay.
and voila!
And that's
within
it.
24 hours,
Just
you'll
like
get
two
coffee.
steps,
This-
open, three steps,
Absolutely.
open, pour and close.
The wonderful thing about all of our green good Oakland machines is that once you open the lid, there are blades in there. They stop turning. You know,
Okay.
it's a safety feature.
Oh, wow,
so
great.
these are perfect, very
it's
safe
safe
to use
at
around
home.
children. Now, we've been sitting here. Have you smelled anything?
No?
And now that I've opened it, can you smell anything?
No.
That's because it has this awesome deodorizer.
Okay. Great. So you don't have to smell anything,
Nope.
and you're contributing to, saving the environment.
Yep.
That's great. Where did the idea come from? When did you see this machine? How did you guys, why did you decide to bring it here in the kingdom?
Well, that's a good question. Our operations manager, Suresh Pichai, actually was looking for something eco-friendly, a solution for eco-friendly waste management here in Bahrain. This, our business, New Jersey International Trading and Contracting, was started by my sister and my father. And they were looking for these wonderful ideas to help Bahrain. What happens is Bahrain is one of the highest food waste generators in all of the Middle East, unfortunately. And no one's doing anything about it, really. So Suresh was going through all this research and he found this machine and then got in touch with them and they got in touch with us, and the manufacturer is amazing, the manufacturer is amazing, John. This is a tried and tested machine. It's all over Saudi, all over Dubai, and highly recommended.
Of course.
So this is why we brought it here.
So what can we put in the machine and what can't we put in the machine?
Okay, you can put anything organic. Fish, eggs, thin shells, noodles, rice, soup, tissue paper,
Okay.
shredded cardboard,
Ah.
leaves, dried leaves, plants, like absolutely anything that depends on the size. So this is a smaller machine.
Okay.
So anything smaller, and if it's any big, cut it small.
So it works
in there.
great for homes and these kind of
This one.
places. And you have a bigger one for restaurants and for...
You know, our machines, so this one ranges. This is for like on average 5 to 7 kilos per day of food waste.
Okay.
But our machines go up to industrial size volumes like 100 tons per day.
Okay.
Can you imagine converting
Yeah.
all that food waste into compost within 24 hours?
Amazing. And how does it help the environment?
Wow. Well, in Bahrain, being the highest generator, what happens to our food waste anyways in Bahrain is that it gets dumped into our landfill, right? And when food waste gets dumped into landfill, it gets piled on. And there's a lack of oxygen, it just gets decomposing in this compacted space. And they emit greenhouse gases, mainly methane gas, which contributes to global warming, right?
Okay.
So what this machine does is absolutely just eliminates food waste going into landfill, thereby reducing your carbon footprint. You're reducing, like you said earlier, you're collecting and transporting. You reduce all of that.
Of course. And even the process itself, it's shortened. You can do all of that within 24 hours at your own
100%.
place.
Yeah, so what this machine does is, and all of our composting machines does, is it mimics and accelerates our nature's method of decomposition,
Okay.
by allowing organic material to break down naturally, aerobically, with oxygen.
And this is what you get.
This is what you get, guys.
This is the
It's
final
so
result.
highly nutritious. So the best thing about Green Good Oakland machine, and the reason we brought this here also, is because It's got patented acidulo microbes that accelerate the process again of decomposition, and the compost itself is tried, tested, guaranteed, very highly nutritious, amazing for vegetable gardens, turning barren land into a whole community garden.
Wow.
Perfect for your household, small plants, pot plants, any landscaping really.
Amazing. And how can a normal person like me get the machine? How can we contact you
You
guys?
call me on where's the camera? 17680022 New Jersey International, or go on our website njcbahrain.com and talk to us.
You're just going to get it fixed.
Absolutely, we will do everything. We'll set it up for you. We'll take care of your maintenance annually. But this thing works like a horse. Like maintenance is, it's really, it's a very well thought out machine. So
Okay.
it's not
I'm
much
really
maintenance
happy
at
to
all.
see that technology is helping the environment, especially. We need that. We need to protect planet Earth.
We
It's
have to
our
save.
home.
We have to save our planet. We can start with our tiny kingdom.
Yes,
we can start with Bahrain.
absolutely. Do you have any messages or any last words that you'd like to send to our viewers?
Save Bahrain, help our planet. Let's reduce greenhouse emissions. Let's start with us. Let's
Yes.
be the change we want to be, or the change we want to see.
Absolutely.
Let's do this for our children.
Absolutely.
We absolutely can do this in Bahrain, all of us together. Just be conscious, be aware of what we waste and how we waste and what we can do with recyclable goods, like an amazing byproduct of food waste.
Absolutely.
Compost!
Absolutely. And today with the internet, anything is possible. You can search ways to reduce waste, and I'm sure you
100%.
guys will be on the top when people are searching how to reduce food waste in Bahrain.
I hope so.
Yeah.
New Jersey International Trading and Contracting.
Great.
Yes, we will be there. Call us anytime. We are always ready to hear any of your concerns regarding any eco-waste management. We are here to provide solutions. We are here to help Bahrain with our Bahrain Vision 2030
Great.
for sustainable development.
Of course.
We have been in Bahrain 45 years. We are going to stay in Bahrain. My children are here. This is
Great.
this is for our love. Our mission in life right now is no food waste to landfills, especially in Bahrain.
Great. Thank you so much for being here. And I
you
wish
very
you
much.
guys all the best with this project.
Thank you.
Thank you. Viewers, don't go away. We'll be right back for more. And that is all for this evening. We hope you enjoyed another great episode here with us on Bahrain Today. If you'd like to be with us on the show, or you have suggestions or questions for us, then contact us on our accounts shown on the screen. Goodbye and God bless.